Hey there bosses, you're welcome to my channel once again. In today's video, I want to talk about a question that comes across my DMs very commonly, and that question usually is, how do I get that first client? I'm lost. Like, I understand how to choose a niche and I understand, maybe how to set up a website, but how do I go about getting somebody that pays me to write? I'm going to tell you about that in today's video. So let me share this with you. The number one way, and I don't want you to click off this video when you hear this. I want you to stay to the end, because every little bit of information I'm going to give you in this video is going to be so relevant to you getting people that pay you to write. Okay, I've been writing since 2017 actively. I wrote a little bit before that, but very actively since 2017. I've been a freelance writer, and I've interacted with other profitable freelance writers as well. And here's the number one thing that will get you paying clients is to pitch yourself. Don't be afraid to pitch yourself. Usually when I say that, the next question I get is, okay, G, but where do I find people or companies to pitch myself to? And the thing is that you are surrounded with opportunities. Let me show you. Think about the publications you already read, publications you already consume, publications that you know about that are in the niche that you may have selected, or the niches that you may have selected. Do they have blog content? Do they have social media content? Do they have email newsletters? If they do, then yes, then it's very likely, very likely that they're using freelance writers. And so you can go and find the editors, usually the content marketing manager for that company. All right. And there are a few ways to go about finding these people. One way you can start finding these people is to go onto Google. All right. And when you go to Google, you can type in "write for us" plus paid, and then the niche that you work in. So for instance, I'm in the healthcare niche, so I would write something like "write for us plus paid plus health," right? And this is going to bring up, they're going to get thousands of results. It's going to bring up pages where specific publications are advertising for writers like yourself, okay? And then you're going to look at their pitch process. Usually there will be somebody to contact, or they'll ask you to send them some kind of pitch, either like the full article or article ideas. They're going to specify what they want you to send. I highly encourage you to follow those instructions on those Write for Us pages, because you increase your likelihood of having your pitch accepted if you follow the rules and email the right person on that page. Now, I will say sometimes it can be difficult to find somebody to get in touch with, but if this is a publication that you've been looking at writing for a really long time, or it's somewhere you really want to get into, the next step is for you to go onto LinkedIn. If you've been following me for any length of time on this channel, you know how much I love LinkedIn and how much I recommend LinkedIn as a great tool for you in your freelance writing business. I know it's been for me. So go onto LinkedIn and then type in the publication name, and then type in something like editor or content marketing manager or content manager or marketing director. Type in any of these titles with that publication name in the search bar in LinkedIn. When you do that, it should bring up a list of people that currently work there or have worked there. And then from there, I would say you can send connection requests to those individuals. And in the beginning, you don't want to immediately send your pitch to them when it's on LinkedIn. When it's on the Write for Us page, because they're asking for pitches, that's just a direct, okay, I'm going to send a pitch. On LinkedIn, you have to be more tactical. I don't like it when the moment people connect with me on LinkedIn, the next thing they do is send me a pitch. However, if they start a conversation with me, all right, if they start a conversation with me and are interested in what I'm doing, I'm more likely to do them a favor as well. So you really, with going onto LinkedIn and finding these individuals, you have to be tactical about it, but don't also be shy to let them know that, hey, I'm a writer and I would really love to write for your publication, and I just thought I'd drop you this little note to say hello. I don't know if you're looking for writers right now, but if you ever are, I'm available. Here are samples of my work. So these are the two major things: going on Google to find those Write For Us pages, and then going on LinkedIn and finding specific people to connect with so that those relationships can lead to paid gigs. Now, another thing that you can do if you are trying to get your first writing client is to use Twitter. Now, I personally haven't used Twitter to get a lot of writing gigs because I'm not on Twitter very much. Okay. However, on Twitter, there are publications that will usually tweet out, we're looking for writers, searching for writers, all these kind of things. And you can actually use the Twitter search bar to also look for these opportunities that people have tweeted out and then reach out to those people. Another thing that has been helpful for me is actually also networking with other writers. So when I started freelance writing in 2017, I had actually bought a course, and as part of that course, there's a Facebook community. That course was Earn More Writing. I'm going to leave my affiliate link for the course in the description box below, and I highly recommend that course to any writer. Even though I have a course of my own, that is definitely a course that I recommend to every aspiring freelance writer, just because the creator of the course really lives by what she teaches. Because there are a lot of people out there that teach courses that may not necessarily do what they teach in the course, but she does, and I've been following her. I've met her in person for the last 4 years, and she lives what she teaches. Okay, so I highly recommend that course. But being in that Facebook community has also been very enriching for me, because I've learned the ins and outs of the industry. I've learned from people's experiences, from people's good and bad experiences. A really great thing that has happened as I've been part of this community are the opportunities to write that have come my way. All right, so just by being in that Facebook community, one of my clients that I've had for about 4 years now was from that community, and at this point I've earned thousands of dollars from that particular client. And so I think that this course, Earn More Writing, is great. The Facebook community that Holly, the course creator, has is wonderful. And so if you are looking for a community of writers that write in various niches, actually, this would be a place for you to go. Now, circling back to the LinkedIn thing, okay? So and linking that up with the networking thing I just talked about, apart from going to LinkedIn to find the editors and content managers, okay, you can also begin to connect with other writers within your niche, okay, because sometimes these writers, and this is so true, very experienced writers, and even recently I'm finding I have to do this, will get work and they themselves cannot do it because maybe at that time they're too busy, there's too much on their plate, and they may need to hand it off to somebody else. By networking with other writers in your niche, you will find that they post about opportunities that have come their way that they don't have the bandwidth for, all right? Or they may talk about their own work and wanting to share some of that. And that's how come I started working with Janine Kelbach, who is also a nurse writer. She's a health writer, she's a nurse. And I had connected with her on LinkedIn, and a few months later she emailed me because I was interacting with her on LinkedIn. All right, this is why it's so important for you, if you're on a social platform, to be social. You do not want to sit back, okay, and let clients come to you, especially if you're starting out. You want to start pitching, and your emails should be really easy and simple. Now, if you're looking for a resource that you can go back to as far as sending out pitch emails is concerned, I do have an ebook, okay, it's called Endless Clients. I'm going to leave the link in the description. And you want to check out that ebook. Why? Because in that ebook, I share the exact emails I've sent out to land almost 6 figures of writing work over the last 4 years, almost 5 years now. Okay, I give you that, okay, as well as the psychology, the reason why I wrote those emails that way. All right, so you want to check out that ebook and then use it as a constant resource. Trust me, if you get the psychology behind the emails and structure your emails similarly, okay, I can assure you, again, these are emails I've used to learn a lot of work over the years, that ebook will pay for itself with just one client. I promise. The next video you should watch is this one right here, where I talk about a really cool way to find freelance writing clients that I didn't talk about in this video, but which, let me tell you, it's going to be a game changer. So check out that video.